the main challenge for us as women is something called time. Right? That's your most prized possession. Nothing else, your time. How do you divide your time to do everything you want to do, be successful, be the homemaker, be the lover, and be the shopaholic, or just what we call it, the shopper, because it's groceries. In my experience, it's all about taking control of your life, where you want to go. And yes, be selfish about it. I think we're just not selfish enough, because society puts us in this little box that says, you are expected to do A, B, C, D, and deliver when you are at this age, X, Y, Z. What about you? The one thing I've learned is that my time is precious. I use every single hour of every single day to the best of my ability, because every morning I get up and I say, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. The end of the day, I look at what I've done and I say, that's great, let me try again tomorrow. Yeah. And every day I add value to one other person's life. That's it. And everything else will come.
It's one of those things, if it's important enough, we'll make it happen. That's the decision.
From what I'm hearing right now, I'm hearing the limiting beliefs that she was talking about. You said you wanted to be bold, you want to be recognized, you want to go out there and make a difference as women in travel. But I'm hearing you want to join another, and another. You don't want to form your own. Why are we not being bold enough to just take that step and do it ourselves?
In order to be successful, in the men's world, you don't have to be to pretend a man. You have to be authentic yourself, a woman, and you can do it.
I don't think being a man, and I certainly from that perspective, it's not an issue. I think, and I take your point about setting up our own, which was really what the intention today. It's just if it requires an infrastructure, does it require an infrastructure? Do we also want a mission statement, like, what are they? Travel bags? Or do we just want a safe place to express, explore, and experience?
People are out there. You don't need a mission statement. You just need people that are willing to roll up the sleeves and do it.
Yeah.
And that's it. Just go out there and just do it.
I'm absolutely inspired. And what I can say is we are having the Women in Tourism Conference 8 to 9 October. And it is being done especially to try and do this. Bring women in the travel, tourism, and hospitality sector together. And what we hope we will achieve on the second day is some agreement as to how are we going to achieve this. Recognition that the contribution that women make in this sector, to make it work, to make it contribute to the GDP to the extent that it does, to create the jobs that it does, it is women who are making it happen. And we must ensure that we secure that recognition for that. It is about representation, that we recognize that as we move up the organizational ladder, the women become fewer and fewer. The pressures become more and more, and we have not yet adapted ourselves to be able to support each other. As much as we can talk about the glass ceiling, perhaps it's not much about the glass ceiling, but rather what ground are we standing on when we move up.
From this, it's our responsibility to make sure that there are other emerging opportunities that exist.
As women, and I'm a single mother and run a fairly big business, but I think first and foremost, we need to dash the guilt trip. And I think we need to go home at night and not feel guilty that we haven't given our families the time that we need to, or we haven't given work the time that we need to afford it. So I think as women, we need to enjoy what we are and who we are. And I think we need to remember we are women. And the one beautiful thing about being a woman is that we can do so many things at one time. We are the best networkers. It's been proven time and time again that women are the best networkers, and I think we need to make use of some of those unique and beautiful skills that we have and use those. I wouldn't necessarily say that we should stick to it just being travel and tourism, because then we become too insular in our thinking. I think we need to broaden it so we can learn from other industries. And in my business, I learn outside of the travel industry. I sit on other boards in various diverse sectors of businesses. And that's where you learn.